journey of the allied health sciences by releasing the souvenir, which is first of its kind, and as I apprise you that this is the first time in the history of allied sciences that every stream has come under one umbrella. I request you all to have one copy of the souvenir, and we take immense pride in launching the souvenir. And you can do better. Let's have a louder round of applause. Thank you so much, sir. This just is the beginning, my friends. Many more milestones to achieve, many more landmarks to create, and the journey shall continue with you and me. So I request you all to please welcome the first speaker, and I request Mr. K.S. Sehrawat, who is the Organizing Secretary of JFMTI, to please address our distinguished guest, the Honorable Chief Guest, and all the delegates who are present here.
Honorable Chief Guest of the today's function, Sri Love Verma, Secretary, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. Eminent guest of honor on the dais, Dr. Agrawal, President, Delhi Medical Council, and ex-Dean, Maulana Azad Medical College, and Professor of Excellence. Other guest of honor on the dais, Dr. B.L. Serwal, Deputy Director General of Health Services, Government of India. Dr. Professor Atul Murari, Director, Lady Harding Medical College and Associated Hospitals. We welcome you, sir. Mr. B.S. Murthy, Director, Paramedical Services, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. And my dear colleague, Dr. Pankaj Kaul, who is the President of Joint Forum of Medical Technologists of India. Other dignitaries, office bearers, my dear colleagues, friends, well-wishers of JFMTI, delegates, faculty members, and students also from all over India to this conference. It is indeed a great pleasure for me to welcome you all in this historic occasion of Allied Health Sciences organized by Joint Forum of Medical Technologists of India. It is very a special day because all of us assembled here today is the time for threefold celebrations. The first reason for celebrations is that such joint scientific and professional conference of allied health sciences is big organized first time in history of allied health sciences in India. The second reason for celebrations is that more than 600 delegates, already 500 delegates was registered before board registration. Technologists, students, faculty of allied health sciences, scientists from across India, and others have assembled here together under this single roof for the first time in history of allied health sciences. They have come here collectively with their scientific papers, poster papers, common issues related to betterment of and regulations of allied health education and services, standardization and accreditation of education as well as services. So with a great enthusiasm and hope, I am confident that the conference will provide new insight into the ever-developing, ever-expanding field of allied health professionals. The growing importance of allied health professionals is not a matter of opinion or a debate. It is well-established fact now that we are glad that the Government of India has accepted this overarching term as allied health professional, that is AHP, instead of paramedics. In its recent reports on allied health sciences, that is paramedics to allied health professional, landscaping the journey and way ahead. This is a joint initiative by the PHFI and Ministry of Health, and then the report has recommended to replace this outdated terminology. Sir, JFMTI is a national registered organization, represents the aspirations of all major unregulated allied health professions, which are playing a key role in modern healthcare system, like medical laboratory technologists who are dealing with the diagnostic laboratories, radiology technologist and imaging technologist, operation theatre technologist, radiation therapy technologist, dialysis technologist, cardiology technologist, and the neurology technologist, etc. All these streams are playing a most important role, but still they are unregulated in terms of their qualification education system. We work for all AHPs, whether in government or in private health sector, because all our aspirations are the same. Recognition of our status and demanding for a statutory body, central statutory body in fact, in line with the other health professional, that is Medical Council of India for doctors already is there, Indian Nursing Council is there for nursing staff, then Pharmacy Council of India is for pharmacists, Dental Council of India is there for dentists. So on line of this system of education's regulatory mechanism, we need a statutory mechanism, sir. Honorable sir, honorable chief guest, we do take up issues that may arise from the service conditions, but our emphasis has been on important issues related to accreditation of AHPs, education and services, because that has bearing on the people in general. Sir, for regulating these professions, two central bills have already been introduced in the past in Parliament. First one was the Paramedical and Physiotherapy Central Council Bill 2007. Failed to come up, then NCHRS Bill 2011 also have made the same fate. We were disappointed with that issue, but lost no hope. We kept hopes and continued to have interaction with Ministry of Health officials, who were always forthcoming and helpful in this context. We have three major issues, national issues in fact, of allied health sciences. Number one is the government should set up a Allied Health Professional Council of India with a view to regulating educational and professional standards in the field of medical technology and major allied health streams, which is pending there since a long time, and implement the recommendation of recent report of Ministry of Health, that is paramedics to allied health professional, then again landscaping the journey and way ahead. This is the title of that report undertaken by the PHFI group. Second, our issue is government remove disparities in pay scale allowances in public service sector and bring equality in service conditions, undertake the cadre review and revise the recruitment rules, which are in fact very outdated nowadays. As means the recruitment rules were framed a long back, and now the qualification and the skills has significantly changed. So we need to this RR need to be revised. And please, for these issues, please set up a immediately high power committee to tackle these issues and examine these issues in a time-bound manner. The third one important issues in public health sector is particularly in government departments, central government departments. The government should stop contractualization of jobs, privatization and outsourcing in government health organizations, and fill up thousands of vacant medical technical posts on regular basis for a better delivery of health care. Sir, it may be pertinent to mention here that the issue of streamlining the medical education and introducing the accreditation system for the health professionals is paramount importance today. It will provide a credible health care to the teeming millions in the country. We hope and express confidence that Health Ministry under your able guidance will move in this direction at the earliest, sir. On the occasion, a souvenir and abstract book of scientific presentations to commemorate the event compiled by the organizing and scientific committee of AHPCON is being released by the Honorable Chief Guest and other dignitaries. I again welcome you all. Many of you have come here in Delhi first time. Please enjoy your stay here and contribute towards improvement of our status and service conditions. Thank you all.
Drona's another student, Eklavya, who had to make a few sacrifices. So what we have in front of you, sir, a lot of Eklavyas waiting for a promise from your side of a brighter professional future and career. So sir, I now make space to please come and address our Eklavyas of this Allied Health Sciences. Please welcome, my dear friends, the chief guest of this occasion, Shri Love Verma, Secretary, Union Health Minister.
Organizing Secretary, Mr. Kaptan Singh Sehrawat, Dr. Atul Murari, Dr. Arun Agarwal, Dr. Pankaj Kaur, who's the organizing chairperson, my colleagues from the ministry, Dr. Sherwal, Mr. Murthy, and friends. First of all, I would like to congratulate the Joint Forum of Medical Technologists of India, JFMTI, which is the umbrella organization, which has come together and launched this historic first National Allied Health Professional Conference. And I really liked the theme for the conference, which is Allied Health Sciences, Recent Advancements, Emerging Challenges and Future Opportunities. I think that in a nutshell sums up the entire scenario, which is one of challenge and also one of opportunity. In fact, we all are familiar with SWOT, the SWOT analysis. So a SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. So these are the four aspects which need to be taken into account whenever any situation is faced. And the SWOT analysis is what is, I think, on the agenda. And it is also very heartening to see that the leading professionals in the field have been invited to give talks, to share their knowledge, and experience sharing is, I think, the first step towards wisdom. Amongst the many, shall we say, expectations which all of you have, I think the first is that the council should be formed. Well, all of you know that the code of conduct is in force, so no assurances can be given. But what I do feel is that we need to have a permanent kind of system by which we evaluate how far we have progressed and how far we are from the goal. And you know what happens in the ministry, it's all firefighting. Every day we are taking up new things, new challenges. There's some parliamentary work, there is some VIP reference, so we lose sight of the broader objectives. So today what I am going to suggest is that every month for half an hour, it is an open invitation to this your JFMTI. It's a bit of a tongue twister. To your JFMTI, it's an open invitation that you can take half an hour from me every month. Let us meet. Let us see where we are. What are the steps? What are the steps we have taken? What are the steps which we need to take? And I think that will help us to reach our goals. In fact, I was very happy to see that there are as many as 57 professions which are under your umbrella. And these professions are at the heart of our medical care and health care. So unless we have a robust system of giving you proper accreditation, proper recognition, I think we won't proceed very far. All of you are aware that in the past decade a fundamental shift has occurred in healthcare delivery, largely due to advances in science and technology. Since independence, healthcare facilities in the country have been upgraded substantially. In fact, as you know, we have now got as many as 6 AIMs, and of them, 3 of them have already been inaugurated and the others are functional. For some reason or the other, they could not be inaugurated. So tertiary care development has taken place at a very fast clip. Healthcare facilities in the private sector have also grown exponentially. However, while there has been an increased effort on developing infrastructure, the system lacks adequate manpower at all levels to man these healthcare facilities. A trained, skilled and competent human resource is the foundation of an effective healthcare delivery system. We all recognize that. As the government sets about reforming the public health sector and making universal health coverage a reality, the availability of qualified human resources for health has emerged as a significant challenge. All of you know that the MDG goals for 2015, they are now going to be replaced by goals for the next 15 years. And there are going to be only 12 goals. Out of them, the goal for health, most probably, things are still under negotiation, but most probably it is going to be UHC, which is universal health care. And universal health care by itself encompasses a range of interventions in which I think the role of allied health sciences is crucial. Due to lack of adequate data, the number of healthcare service providers also remains unknown. But as per the report from Paramedics to Allied Health, a study undertaken by the Public Health Foundation of India, PHFI, in 2012. Was this the one you were referring to? Yes, this was the one Mr. Sehrawat also referred to. The healthcare system lacks 64 lakh allied health providers in all streams. Now this is really the challenge. How do we fill up these positions and these places? One of your, I don't know if I should call it a demand, maybe it's a request, but one of your requests is that we should stop outsourcing and we should fill up these positions. Now actually that is easier said than done. It is a very big challenge because first of all we have to lay down the standards, then we have to also lay down how the recruitment process will be done. We have to formalize the recruitment rules. So I would suggest that we put that as an issue for dialogue, and whenever we meet, we consider what are the options before us and how we can fast track it. It is very important to fast track in view of this lack of 64 lakh allied health providers in all streams. Let us look at the key issues of allied health workforce. There is a huge gap in demand and supply of allied health workforce, which we just acknowledged. No standard criteria or uniformity in admissions, curricula, duration of courses, qualifications, job roles, and career pathways. We were just discussing before this, and I was told that in Punjab we had a very strange kind of experience recently when they set up a council, and when people went to that place, they found there was nothing there. It was a hoax, more or less. It was a farce, and now there are FIRs. So we have to be very careful of frauds as well. We have to have some recognized council at the all India level. As has been said, we have the same kind of council for dentists, for nurses, for doctors. So one recognized council at the all India level, which can perhaps then have state branches. The lack of planned courses and institutions, non-uniform nomenclature for the existing courses, diverse standards of practice, and lack of qualified faculty. Colleges offering allied health courses are unevenly spread across the state and are mainly in the private sector. And that of course also means that there will be a lot of inequality and non-uniformity in the type of services offered. And of course there is no regulatory mechanism. Now I proceed to some of the government initiatives. In order to promote quality through standardization of paramedical education and to augment human resources and allied health sciences, Government of India initiated the centrally sponsored scheme for establishment of National Institute of Allied Health Sciences and 8 regional institutes of allied health sciences and manpower development to support state government medical colleges through one-time grants initiated by the ministry in the 11th plan, and the same has been continued in the 12th plan. So what I intend to do is to review the scheme to see how far we have come, to see what are the shortcomings, and then how we can take it further in the 13th five-year plan. This scheme aims to augment the supply of skilled allied health manpower and promote their training through standardization of such education or courses across the country. And this capacity building scheme will also lead to, number 1, reduction in regional imbalances in availability of allied health personnel, introduction of courses in new cutting-edge disciplines, augmentation of capacity for planning, monitoring, evaluation, etc., provision of quality assured services through in-service training, action research, on-site support, etc. Quite often what we find is that the states do not give us enough cooperation. So what I intend to do is also take this up with the state health secretaries and get them interested, because this, as I said earlier, is crucial. The scheme has 2 components. The first is the establishment of one National Institute of Paramedical Sciences, which is NIPS, at Najafgarh, Delhi, and 8 regional institutes of paramedical sciences, which we call RIPS, at Bhubaneswar, Lucknow, Coimbatore, Chandigarh, Hyderabad, Bhopal, Bhagalpur, and Nagpur. You will see that these places have been chosen so that the entire country is covered beautifully. The second is to support state government medical colleges for conducting paramedical courses through one-time grant. Under the scheme, 108.42 crore rupees has been released so far. I don't think this is adequate. We need to beef up the funds also. Maybe we need to get the states to also contribute. Another important initiative by the government is proposal for the establishment of National Board for Allied Health Sciences for standardizing the education and practice as well as enhance the capacity of allied health professionals for providing quality care to the public. I think this was mentioned by Dr. Arun Agarwal also. He said this is practically ready. The finishing touches need to be given and we need to put this on the fast track. Cadre review proposal of medical laboratory staff of central government hospitals is pending with DOE, which is the Department of Expenditure, and my ministry has asked DOE to call for a meeting in this regard to settle the issue at the earliest. During these days it is a bit difficult for them to take it up, I think, because there are so many other issues which are pending and also March end. But in April I'll personally speak to the Secretary and ask him to expedite this. So in conclusion, to address the shortage of human resources at all levels of healthcare delivery system, it is imperative to leverage the existing resources. There is now more recognition than at any time in the past that health service delivery is no longer just a prerogative of physicians and nurses. It is now a team effort drawing upon the expertise of both clinicians and non-clinicians. It is thus imperative to channelize available resources and establish a common platform for professionals, and standardizing and strengthening the existing resources is highly essential to meet the healthcare need of the population. I think we started a very big journey today. We've taken the first step, and it's very important that this is not seen as the end, but rather as the beginning. It's the beginning of a dialogue. It's the beginning of a partnership, and let us, as has been suggested, till we hit the eye of the fish, let us keep working together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And JFMTI, like you said, we have deliberately kept it more like a tongue twister so it stays vividly in your memory. And in your own elegant, magnificent way, you have actually enthused a lot of new spirit and vigor into all the professionals and the members associated to this forum. So once again, a special thank you to our chief guest, Shri Lav Verma, Secretary, Union Health Ministry. And my dear friends, before I proceed with our next speaker on the dais, I just want to apprise you that our chief guest, he is a very distinguished member, as you all must have realized by now, and his presence is awaited at Vigyan Bhavan by our President of the country. So I request our team members to please present a memento to be given by Dr. Pankaj Kaul and honor our chief guest. A loud applause, my friends. Thank you so very much, sir. Indeed, it is a matter of great pride, sheer honor to have you here with us, and we shall ever be thankful to you with the promises that you have given us. Thank you indeed. To proceed further with our occasion, please allow the next speaker to address the delegates present here. He is Shri B.S. Murthy, Director of Paramedical Sciences, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, on behalf of Government of India.
Secretary, sir. Distinguished persons on the dais and distinguished guests and dear delegates. I am very happy to be here in this first of its kind Allied Health Professionals Conference. In the ministry, We used to meet Mr. Sherawat quite a number of times. He's a very active member of your Technologists Association. And to what our Secretary has told regarding the initiatives from the ministry, few more things I would like to add. There is a huge supply-demand gap is there. In the initial address, our Dr. Arun Agarwal, he was mentioning about the population. So to deal with such a huge population, you also need to have a huge number of medical technologists, which is of the very important concern of the ministry. So we are coming up with national regional institutes and also helping the state government to increase this number. And also at the same time, we see that there are many institutes mushrooming, which are even giving courses of the very short duration of, say, even a month or so. So in order to regulate and standardize this curriculum, courses, duration, in the ministry we are taking steps to set up a board also. And towards this initiative, we had series of meetings with Mr. Sherawat as well as one of your stream optometrists. Along with our PHFI, we had meetings, and as our secretary has told, I welcome Mr. Sherawat or his colleagues to come and have regular reviews and so that your issues can be well addressed. Maybe perhaps now due to the code of conduct, certain things cannot be moved in the cabinet, but definitely after a month or 2 months, definitely these things will be getting a clear-cut shape. In the ministry, we are very much dedicated towards setting up this board as well as to address all your concerns. Like I see so many young medical technologists here. You have all taken up this profession with lot of aspirations, career growth. So definitely these issues are to be settled at the highest level, that is the ministry, and we are very much working towards that, I can assure you that. And in the coming financial year 2014-15, we will be seeing a lot of development in this particular field. With this, and I wish the joint forum and the allied health professionals and delegates a very big success during this conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sri B.S. Murthy. It was a matter of great pride to even listen to the way that you have been addressing all the professionals, especially the young ones, and acknowledging their dedication, spirit, and the aspirations. Allow me to now welcome from the dais Dr. B.L. Sherwal, Deputy Director General, to please address our delegates and the members of the dais. Sir, please.
Good morning, each and every person here in the hall. Respected friend and the senior, Dr. Arun Agarwal, I don't know where to fit him. Actually, basically, he is a man for everybody. Wherever you want to fit him, he is there. Respected Director of Secretarry, Dr. AHPCON, Mr. Khan, and Mr. Murthy, and Mr. Serao. dear distinguished senior people around in the hall, and delegates who have come from all across India. It's really heartening to see so many people here participating in the first conference which is organized. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Mr. Kaptan Singh and his team basically, who has organized such a wonderful workshop, and I understand that so many effort have to go into the planning and organizing the conference. Recently I have organized one conference 2 years back, so I understand how much effort you might have put. So really it is heartening to see that he has been running around the ministry and so many other places to organize. Nowadays the finance is another area where you have to see here and there, but it's really heartening to see so many people participating. In the morning actually I came to know that around 470 people have already got registered. Still some of the residents, the delegates are coming and registering at the spot. So it is really heartening that because if you are only in one branch, like we know as a doctor actually we see that we can easily, we have a well-developed form and then we can easily ask the registered member to participate in the conference. But if we have a different stream, then it is really difficult to collect them all. So it is a great effort in the Department of Microbiology by my colleague Dr. Chakravarti. So when it was a workshop for a week or so, when I was attending the session, it was very well done. Dr. Chakravarti, Paul is there, he know him very well. So during the 5 to 6 days conference, one good thing which I am wanting to share with you, that one of the technical staff took over lecture. I am happy to say that it was not below our teaching faculty at par, and the basic structure which that girl, I still name that, I think it was Mrs. Sunita Sharma, which Mr. Paul might be aware. So that girl took lecture for 1.5 hours, and it was on the stocking, and still I remember that what she has taught during that 1.5 hours. In the valedictory function, I really complimented Dr. Chakravarti and said it is very difficult to understand in PGI microbiology department. It may be true for other discipline also, that whether who is the teaching faculty and who is the technical staff, all to me looks like the same. So that was the standard from there. Why I wanted to share this with you basically. When I came back, I am looking after the HIV lab. So in Lady Haring, we are organizing the regular meet where I starting developing this, and then I used to have my technical staff, if somebody from Lady Haring is there. We have been able to get our lab accredited. During that process, there are things which are to be done by the technical staff. My technical staff, basically, I have given them free hand. So to my colleagues which are here, which are the faculty, I just want to tell them that you should have a faith in the technical staff. They are the backbone of any facility. Not only for the healthcare, but also for the teaching workshop you are having. Regularly, whenever we are having the program in the Department of Microbiology, we are actively asking our technical staff to participate in the lectures. They are taking the practical lecture, they are taking also the theory lectures. Initially there were some resistance from the technical staff also, from the faculty also, no, technician will not be able to teach or will not be right. But let me tell you, there are so many good technical staff with me. Now they are taking regular lectures in the workshop, and they have been liked by most of the technical members who are there participating in the workshop. There are also doctors who are coming and attending the workshop. They are taking their classes also. They are already educated. And one of the doctors said that still I know how Ms. Lata has taught. I am just remembering that this is the way to put ELISA. Otherwise, we are just going through the theory. We do not do the practical aspect of each and every procedure what we are doing. So that is the must that all my colleagues, I just want that you should have faith, and if you give them little chance to grow, they will definitely be doing very well in that area wherever they have been working in actually. So through that process actually then we are able to accredit our lab, and then even then when we are going through the process of accreditation, one of the assessment team came. It is in the journey of accreditation which I am sharing with you that our laboratory scored 90 out of 240 something, and my lab was the last, it is 3-4 years back actually. And then I had a meeting with my technical staff that we are so bad that we are got the least score in Delhi. Actually, there are 4-5 SRLs in Delhi, and we are the last in those. But it is a great proud to inform you that within 2 years we were the first to get accredited, and when the reassessment was done, our score was 230. So, and we got applause from the WHO also, and also from DSEC, and everybody has appreciated that in 2 year gap our score has risen from 90 to 230, and now our lab is accredited, and we have now in process of accrediting the other part of the department, which are serology or bacteriology. So basically what I want to say that if you have a good team which includes a teaching faculty or a non-teaching faculty, or maybe the other people who are looking after the laboratory, along with that you have to have a good technical staff, good paramedics or good allied health sciences. Without that you will not be able to achieve if you want to go for accreditation, which is now must. So this was basically, I just want to share my experience as a microbiologist. As far as I am looking after the medical education, our secretary has already told you that we are in processing. Dr. Anugarwal and Mr. Murthy has informed that as far as Mr. Kaptan Singh has basically raised 2-3 standards and the curriculum and regularization of all, so that we can have everything under one banner, because nowadays we are having so many institutions without having any regulation. So this will be, once we have that board, so it will be looked after by the board, which is I think within a few months it will be reality. Another thing is the disparity. This is really a challenge. When we see Mr. Kaptan Singh or Mr. Daya used to come and talk to us, this is really a challenge that because there are different designations, there are different posts, and all are there different education. So RR is a problem, disparity is there, not only among different institutions but even the central institutions. Like there are difference in the Lady Harding employees and the PGMER and sub-division. These are 3 basically central health hospitals, but the recruitment rules are different for a same post. The education is different, the RR and the pay scale is different, that disparity is there. So we are working on that in the DGHS and ministry, and I am hopeful that very soon it will be sorted out. And our DG has so many times had a meeting, and he said that we want uniform RR for each and every cadre. And so that is why frequent meeting has been conducted, but still some of the RR has been already finalized, and some of them are in process of finalization. As you all know, that it takes some time, so we are in process and will be completed in a short time. And as we go down, and Mr. Kaptan has said that the privatization or the outsourcing, it is a byproduct of the two basically. If we are able to see solve the disparity, definitely there is no use having the outsourced people or the contact people. The only problem, because of the disparity, we are not able to recruit the regular staff on timely basis. So once the disparity is removed and timely advertisement there, definitely this process of disparity, this process of outsourcing will go. For the time being, at least so many times we had a meeting and we said that I am the first person to say that we should not have the outsource, we should not have the contact people, and we at times have said that it should be stopped. But then there are the health facility is to run. So if we are not able to recruit people on a regular basis, definitely for the time being, it has been discussed that only temporarily it is being done. But otherwise, definitely as far as once the disparity is there, is removed and the RR are finalized, regular posts are being advertised, and they are the basically backbone, and ultimately regular staff has to be there, whether it's technical staff or doctor or nurses. So hospital has to run by the permanent employees. It cannot be run by the outsource, it cannot run by the contact people, so definitely we need the regular staff. With these words, I like to again say thanks, and I wish all the success. I hope the delegates will deliberate on various issues which I was going through the program. The program has touched all the branches and the subjects. I think it will be very interesting. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sherwal, and also congratulations for the
Laboratories are making diagnosis for most of the clinicians. They are depending so much on the laboratory, be it X-ray, be it radiology, be it pathology, be it microbiology, or any such service. The dependency on the laboratories has increased so much that we need now good technologists. And that is why I'm here from your side to plead that we should have more good technologists. We have to have qualified and trained technologists for those laboratories. The science has done us good. They have given us the best of the machines. We are importing these machines. We are putting them in our laboratories. But there is no manpower to run them. And when I tell my postgraduate students that, am I training you to be a technician or am I training you to be a doctor? So we need technologists, and I would love to live the day when the technologist will be manning the laboratory and making sure that doctors are not interfering in their work and they do just their job. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And very remarkably, Dr. Jain has pointed the need of the technologist and also the clinical expertise of a doctor altogether. Allow me to welcome on stage next to Dr. A.K. Sen, Head of Pathology, Sri Ramanohar Lohia Hospital, Dr. Ramanohar Lohia Hospital and Research Center.
Very good morning to all of you. Respected dignitaries on the dais, my colleagues and friends. Well, a lot has been spoken about the administrative, the infrastructure, what we should have, how much manpower, and so on and so forth. But let me just talk on something which is just on a ground reality. That is, what actually are we doing in the lab? So I'll be touching more on the quality basis and the present scenario. At the outset, I must express my thanks to the organizers of this AHPCON, I'll call it because it's not a tongue twister, for giving me an opportunity to share my views. It's heartening to learn that this conference, first of its kind, has evolved with all technical personnel related to various disciplines, even clinical, radiological, laboratory under one roof. The interrelation of them is of extremely help in patient care. As present day, as already Dr. Manjula has also said, medical management is totally nowadays dependent on the investigative modalities. In the laboratory, our scenario is that we don't get a patient. What we get is a sample, or what we get is a specimen. And we can't ask anyone what's the history, or whether you are Mr. A or you are Mr. B or something like that. So basically, when we analyze a sample, it is basically meant on three things. That is a pre-analytical, an analytical, and a post-analytical modalities. Now, in order to get the best result, there needs to be an implementation of quality assurance and quality control measures, which are mainly achieved by ILCs and EQAS, and accreditation by recognized bodies like NABL in the Indian scenario, which check to and ensure the implementation of quality assurance in the country in the present day. Any error at any of these components results in wrong result, which in turn has serious implications on patient management. Studies reveal that errors mainly occurs in the pre and post analytical phase, that is wrong identification of sample and issue of a wrong report, respectively in about 2/3 of the total errors in lab practice in the present day.
Now these two components are principally dependent on technical manpower who label a sample, ensure identity, process it before submitting to the authorized personnel for interpretation. In addition, they also deliver the result to the patient and maintain the record for future reference. So they are basically the pillars of the report and diagnosis, as I will call it now. And thus they must be aware of their responsibilities, their importance, and they play a very vital role in patient management. The technical personnel who are pillars functioning needs to be updated. They have to be updated with the recent techniques, be aware of these quality assurance measures in addition to their technical knowledge, and also update themselves in a field which is not talked about, is biohazard and safety measures like fire safety and other things. I sincerely hope that the deliberations of this first conference of its kind will be extremely helpful and benefits the delegates and will be useful in their day-to-day present care services and will change their vision in day-to-day working. I also look forward to the subsequent conferences in near future, and I wish the conference a great success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sen. Your expertise, your skills, your knowledge definitely complements your eloquence with the way that you made the point. Thank you once again. Dear friends, we have been obliged by the presence of one of our guests who has travelled all the way from Pondicherry. Allow me to welcome, and please welcome him with a loud round of applause, Dr. Surinder Verma, Head of Pathology, JFMTI. So please, I request you to please come on the stage and address our delegates with a few words of wisdom and knowledge, nevertheless. From the entire JFMTI family, I extend a warm welcome. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for giving me this surprise. Actually, I have many friends here, and I am very happy to see Dr. Manjula Jain and my colleague Dr. Murari, who spent lovely 9 years in JIPMAR, and he is director here. And I owe a lot to my colleague Dr. Pankaj. I can call him doctor, though he is on the other side, but he does more of the job of the histopathology lab in this. So we are this side or that side. Some have become technicians, some have become doctors, some on the other front. But our main goal is to the welfare of the patient. So there should not be much hierarchy, and that is why I chosen to come here, that whether we are doctor, professor, HOD, if we are doing the welfare of the patient, that is the ultimate goal. So I'm very happy to see that this forum is taking its shape, and as a lot of things said, there are so many paramedical known, unknown codes without any regulation, without any guidelines, and all over the India mushrooming, and anybody can open any paramedical college and they start training, and there is no guidelines. So it's very mandatory, and I'm sure that it will fulfill the dream that there should be some quality in training. Even the so-called autonomous institute, they are having much more liberty. We start any course, whatever comes, and train the people, and then the people, the trainees are nowhere. They are on the roadside. This is the bitter fact that they are trained for 2 years, they are trained for some time, and then they are thrown out of the institute, and they are in the false paradise, and they don't get the job. There is no guidelines. So this body, as our secretary also said, that there should be some definite guidelines. And you should not play with the future of the youngsters. They can do better some chai wala or some any other business and can earn their living, rather having a false degree and getting no job and nothing in their future. So I'm very thankful to Pankaj. He invited me. I have to deliver talk here, and I take some message from here to my institute and to JIPMAR that what is going on the national level. So thank you very much, Pankaj, and all the dignitaries. Dr. Arun, I have seen him delivering beautiful lecture once Dr. Tejinder Singh organized. some pathology meet in Maulana Azad. I was there very much, sir, in 89 to 90, and I feel proud to be partly Maulanian, but not completely. So, lot of memories, and I'm sure that this conference will give a very good message to all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Verma, and indeed, him finding his friends has definitely added to the ambience and the atmosphere of this occasion today. Thank you so much. Dear friends, I request the presence of another of our guests, Dr. A.K. Anand, Director, Max Healthcare India, to please come on stage and address the delegates. Please. I welcome you on behalf of JFMTI family.
Dignitaries on the stage and my dear friends. It is a great privilege that you people have organized such a big conference and invited us here. And as far as the technologists go, I think they have started playing a very big and important role. And many speakers have also told that there is a lot of diversity in training. Some people get good training from good institutes, and other people are not that privileged, they are unable. So I think there has to be some kind of guidelines, as the previous speaker has said. And I think this message should go to the office bearers that please make some guidelines and recognition from the competent authorities. So if it is recognized, it will serve a great purpose, the certificate will have value. In this regard, I must say that now there is a great need for public-private partnerships, and nowadays there is very thin dividing line between the private and the public. Whosoever can give good knowledge, good degrees, and good experience, I think we should welcome it. And I was involved in setting up BSc Medical Radiotherapy Technology in Rajiv Gandhi, and we got a recognition from the Guru Gobind Singh University here. And this course is doing so well. And the people who are coming out are getting good jobs. It's very heartening to see they are doing a great job. And in this, I would say Atomic Energy Regulatory Board, Mumbai, also playing a part in having some kind of standards. So I think with these words, my message to all the organizers is that organize the training and keep the future of the budding technologists safe. And they should get good degrees with good recognition. I think that is the message. Thank you.
Friends, now is the moment that I request to call upon Dr. Pankaj Kaul from the JFMTI family. He is the president of this forum, to give a vote of thanks to all the guests present here. And also I request the members on the dais to please stay with us for the momentous ceremony post the vote of thanks. Thank you.
Good morning, namaskar everyone. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost I would wish to express my hearty gratitude and appreciation to all those who have helped us in organizing this convention. I, on behalf of my association, am thankful to Honorable Sri Lal Verma, Secretary Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, for agreeing to preside over the function as our chief guest. In spite of his busy schedule, extremely busy schedule, he still come and managed and gave a beautiful talk, and the wonderful gift he has given us, that takes by half an hour every month. That is the biggest gift he has given to us. He had always been a source of constant guidance in all scientific pursuits, and he kept on asking about all these programs to us. Though he had just recently taken over a few weeks back, but we are really thankful to him that even without having any such time schedule, he has still given us so much of time. Thank you sir, thank you very much. I am also thankful to have our other distinguished guests and our guest of honors for releasing the souvenir of our AHPCON. You all had been actively involved and have guided us right from charting over the scientific program and at various stages of organizing this conference. Especially Dr. Manjula Jain had seen us growing from a lecture theatre talk to this AHPCON 14. Thank you, ma'am. I feel really honored to see Dr. Surendra Verma. He had seen me right from doing BSc from PGI till I did my PhD from PGI Chandigarh. I am thankful to you, sir, that you have on one call he has agreed to come all the way by air he had come in. He has not taken any charges from me. Thank you, sir. Thank you. We have been extremely fortunate to have the overwhelming support extended by our respective teaching faculty and other international and national colleagues. To have gurus of their stature actively participating in our CPD is an immense moral booster of the organizing committee. Thank you, madam and sir, for being with us. My ears are deserved. I'm so happy to see all this galaxy with us. I express my deep gratitude to scientific committee who have been the main guidance force of organizing scientific sessions from its very inception to giving it the final stage. I would also like to